everybody, and welcome to episode 77 of the Let's Play world. I want to start off by showing off some of the progress I've made on our newest skyscraper. You can see I've gotten the glass in on one entire side, and all of the details all the way around. It's starting to look really, really good. Coffee shop from last week is looking fantastic. And then around front, I did a little bit of work on the entryway, so it looks a little bit more finished. Across the street, I've been doing a little bit of work in this space. We still need to sort out our scale model of the city, but I put a ceiling in to kind of finish the space a little bit. So far, things are looking really, really good. From this perspective, I just love how big the city feels. And once we get some more buildings in here, it's going to feel really, really immersive. Well, I figured something out between episodes. If you watch the horizon, as soon as the big building loads in, that's when I get that little spike of lag. See it? Right there. Big building goes away. Pick up. Big building goes away. Pick up. I was reading some forums, and a lot of people are reporting that if there is a big elevation change between where the player is and where a build loads in, that can cause a little drop in frames. So it seems like that is likely what is going on. Whether they patch that or not, we'll see. So today I want to spend most of our time on the zoo. First thing we need to address is we need a bridge here to get across the river to the zoo. And then today I want to talk a little bit about how this is going to be laid out in here. Because as you can see, it's pretty wild back here. Lots of trees, lots of hills, there's more water over here. And compared to the city, I think I want to leave this mostly the way it is. And what I mean by that is we'll cut down some trees and things, but I don't want the zoo to be flat. I want it to be a little bit organic so that the paths kind of snake up and down a little bit. I think that'll be really, really interesting. So first things first, let's work on this bridge. And then once we get that done, I'll kind of detail some of the different biomes and that sort of thing, and what sort of animals are going to go in there. Over here, we've got us a nice little bridge now. I took some cues from the gate and implemented some of the deep slate, and I think that looks really good. Still looks like a road, so things match up pretty well. And I did a little bit of detailing here to make it fit nicely. And yeah, I think that's a really good transition. Next thing I want to do is I just want to cut down some trees, and I want to dig out this river. With the end of the year happening and lots of people doing their kind of recap lists and things like that, I've been trying to discover some new music. And one band I've been listening to a lot this last week is a band called Wolf Alice. Been around for a little bit. They're a British band. And I've heard some of their songs, but, never really got into them. What's really surprising about them is how eclectic they are as far as genre. The songs that I had heard were kind of rock songs, but once you kind of get into their album, a couple of songs are like that, but then there's other songs that are much more kind of a singer-songwritery. There's some that are just straight up pop. There's some that have kind of a, I don't know if it's psychedelic, but a very cinematic sort of thing. Anyway, I've been really digging their album. Their latest album came out, I think, in September. And the girl who sings is a great singer. I've been having a lot of fun with that album. If you guys have album suggestions, let me know. I'm kind of all over the place as far as style, genre, you know, what I like and that kind of thing. Anyway, if you guys have recommendations for music I should check out or that sort of thing, let me know, because I'm always down to discover something new or try something new out. Now, that being said, sometimes people recommend things and I don't like them. For example, it was recommended that I watch the movie Don't Look Up on Netflix. And I'd heard really mixed things. Some people were like, it's really great. Some people were like, it's really not. I couldn't get through it. I gave it about an hour and I was just like, it's just not connecting with me in any way. So, yeah, some people have said they really liked it and other people not so much. So some things are polarizing like that, and that's okay. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys have been listening to, what you watching. Let me know in the comments. See if we can get this thing all filled in here. A while ago, I made a video about water mechanics, and I had mentioned, maybe in the last video or the week before, that it is my highest performing video. Every week, I just get tons of views and comments on it, and I think I'm going to do more in that kind of vein. You know, I build a lot of different circuits and things like that for some of my redstone things, and I might just do a video on each of those types of circuits, so I can kind of go in depth as far as, you know, why it works and how to use it and that sort of thing. And hopefully that sort of video will be something that people like and that people find useful. As far as getting back to streaming goes, I still haven't quite figured that out. I was thinking about doing, instead of 8 videos a month, basically doing 6 videos a month and then doing 2 streams. So kind of an every other week thing. But with holiday and some wacky weather going on in my part of the world and stuff like that, I haven't had a very consistent schedule, and so I haven't figured out when I want to do that. Hello, Rain. The other thing that's tricky is figuring out when to stream. So for me, just as far as what day, I feel like midweek would work best for me. Maybe a Wednesday or a Thursday. I know a lot of people have weekends off, but I feel like people have stuff they want to get done, or they want to hang out with family, or, you know, stuff like that. So I just don't know if weekends make sense. And then as far as time, I'm on the west coast of the United States. So let's say I start streaming at 7 p.m. It's going to be 10 p.m. on the east coast of the United States. And then if we get into Europe, you know, it's either the middle of the night or early morning. And I just don't know if people would be able to tune in. So if I could do it on a day off and maybe stream a little earlier in the day, I might get more people to tune in or participate. So like I said, still figuring all that out. I imagine this thing coming in here. And then what we could do is we could bring the path right through the middle of this hill. That might be kind of cool. And then maybe also have it come off in this direction. And then just, you know, real organic, have different exhibits and enclosures and biomes and that kind of thing. I think it's going to be one of those things we're going to kind of feel it out as we go. As far as what mobs are going to go where, I'm going to stick to this plan. So we're going to have a plains area, a hostile area, a forest area, an ocean area, a swamp area, cave area, snow mountain area, a jungle area, and a nether area. And then we'll have our conservatory of flowers, which will be a nice big garden area. So I was thinking about, like, a desert area was a thought that came to my mind, but really the only thing that is in a desert is rabbits and husks. But I feel like I want to put all of the hostile mobs in the hostile area. Similarly, the swamp. The only thing that really is going to be in the swamp is frogs eventually. There are slimes, which are pretty common, but again, I feel like slimes should be in the hostile area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post these areas and what mobs I'm going to put in those on my Discord, so you guys can check out my plan. And feel free to chime in, give me suggestions, that sort of thing. The one thing I'm going to add is a fantastical area. I think things like skeleton horses, snow golems, the Allay eventually, they don't really belong in all of these, and they're kind of these fantastical creatures, and so we'll have a different area to put them. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.